Hey everybody, Zero here. I got the air conditioner on, so hopefully it's not too loud. I'm going to try to talk over it. I bought a few games the other day, and as I work at a game store, and I have 7 days on used games to bring them back if I don't like them. And when I spend money these days, I usually try to be a little bit careful and not blow all my money. So I bought these four games and kind of spent a bit more than I wanted to. So I'm not sure if I'm going to keep them or not. So I'm kind of gonna ask you guys for your opinions. So this is kind of like a review video, but more I'm going to tell you like my take on them, and then I want to know what you guys think because I'm looking for input from other people. So let's see where to even start. Transformers War for Cybertron for the PS3. This game got a 9.0 from IGN.com. Pretty good score. Said it was like one of the first good movie. Well, it's not really based on the movies, but one of the first, I guess you could call it movie game. Games based on like comic books and movies and stuff usually are quick cash-ins, and say hi to the kitten. And they usually suck, but they said this game was the first one to like do it right. So I got it, and I tried like the first few missions of the Decepticons campaign, and then the first few missions of the Autobots campaign, and I like the story, I like the voice acting, I like all the stuff that's going on, but the game seems a bit hard to play. I'm on the medium difficulty, the default difficulty, and the thing that annoys me the most is how quickly you lose health and how you can't regenerate it back unless you, it's divided into, like, different health bars, and each bar will regenerate to a certain point, but then if you want to get it further, you have to, like, go find health, which is, like, I don't know, you have to blow stuff up. But, the thing that annoys me the most is when I go to shoot, if I move left and right with the joystick, it moves left and right like it's supposed to. But if I go up or down, it does the opposite, kind of like in a flight sim game. And I tried to go into the controls and change it, and the only thing you can invert in the controls is like the vehicle controls and stuff like that. You can't change like your aiming and shooting control to switch it. So every time I'm like in the heat of battle, I like hit left and it goes right, and it's just impossible for me to like aim at people. I don't know if that's something you get used to or if there's like an option to fix it that I'm not seeing, but that and so far pretty much all the missions are kind of repetitive. The story is different, like you advance through the story, but it's kind of just like duck and cover, shoot, get to the next area, rinse, repeat. So yeah, so this one I might take back, depending on, how things go. God of War 3. Been out for a while, picked it up now because it's finally, on sale. Loved God of War 1 and 2 and Chains of Olympus for PSP. The PS3 game was, very well received, got amazing scores. So, I thought I'd finally pick it up. So I got this and I started playing last night, and it just seemed like a lot of... I know that they have like a lot of expectations to meet, and so they, tried to make the graphics really amazing and like the battles really epic, but it was very, very linear, and you didn't really get to do much. Like, you'd take a few steps and then there'd be a cutscene, and then you'd climb a wall and there'd be a cutscene, and then you hit a few bad guys with your blades, and there'd be a cutscene. And like the first boss battle is just like you're climbing up this giant monster, and pretty much it's all those little touch mini games with like it shows like circle and you press circle, and then Kratos does the whole thing for you, and then it says like press triangle, and if you press triangle it does it, and if you hit the wrong button it like bumps you back out and you have to start over again. I mean, I know that's kind of how the God of War games have been, but this one just seemed like to overdo it. So I didn't really have any fun with this one so far. I'm hoping it gets better, but I'm really disappointed. Uncharted 2, very, very, very good. I'm actually very far in this one. I loved Uncharted 1, it was an amazing game, and this one is better in pretty much every way. So, this one I'm, pretty much want to keep. Not much replay value once it's done, though. I mean, I know there's a multiplayer mode, but I don't think I'm really going to get into that. Also, those are all PS3. This is for the Wii. I am a fan of like the platformer games in general, and I like the Mario and Wario games. I have like Wario Land 4 for Game Boy Advance, and I've played like the Wario Land games for Game Boy. I don't have the GameCube one, but this one is pretty good. It's a 2D platformer drawn in beautiful cartoon style. Use the Wii remote on its side. Not too many gimmicky things thrown in. You can like shake the Wii remote to do like a pound to the ground type thing, and if you grab onto an enemy, you can shake it. But I like going through the levels because it's normal platforming. The thing I don't like about this game is I know a lot of the Wario Land games are like this, but when you get to the end, a timer starts and you actually have to get back to the beginning before the timer runs out. And one thing I don't like in video games is pressure, especially like time. I don't like having to do tasks within a certain time period. I like kind of being able to go at my own pace. So I always feel really just, frustrated whenever I'm leaving a level because you have to get out as soon as possible. And I always see like paths I want to take and treasures I want to find, and I always see things off in the distance and I'm curious how to get them, and I just can't. I don't have the time to stop and try to figure it out because if you don't get to the end in time, you die. So that kind of frustrates me. Otherwise, the game's pretty good. It's kind of short, but there are like secret levels you can unlock and bonus quests you can go back and do. It was only like $14, so not too much of a loss if I keep this one. But surprisingly, I actually have Mario Galaxy 2. I bought it, I reserved it and bought it, picked it up right when it came out, and I still have not beaten it to this day. I tried picking it up the other day and playing it some more. I just, initially I was kind of impressed with it, because I liked Mario Galaxy, but it just feels like a lot of the same. And even though they did add some new costumes and add Yoshi and stuff, I'm not really feeling it. I don't know what it is. At least in Mario 64, each of the levels were like a different theme, and I know that in Galaxy, each of like the solar systems is like a different theme. Like there's, upside down galaxies, and there's desert galaxies and ice galaxies and stuff, but it's still all space, and I'm getting sick of the space theme. So I actually don't think I'm ever even going to finish Galaxy 2. It got a 10 out of 10 on IGN.com, which is, hasn't happened in years. So, I mean, I feel guilty for not liking it as much as I should, or as everybody else does, but I just can't get into Galaxy 2. It's a great game, and I do recommend it to people, but I'm just getting sick of the whole Galaxy thing. New Super Mario Bros. Wii was also kind of frustrating, mostly because of the difficulty. Not because it was a hard game, but because it was cheap. The deaths were usually cheap. It was usually because of the poor controls, or because you're playing with other people and you bop each other into pits or whatever. So, I don't know. That game was just annoying, too. I'm still waiting for a good Mario game on the Wii. Twilight Princess was awesome for Zelda, but as far as Mario, I'm still waiting. So, yeah, Wario Land Shake It, Uncharted 2, God of War 3, which I'm really disappointed in so far, and Transformers, which I'm having a really, really hard time with. I want to like it, but I'm having trouble. So, if you guys have played any of these games, beaten them, owned them, whatever, let me know what you think of them. Let me know if you like them, if you think I should keep them, just your opinions. Curious to see, what you guys think about these games, because I've played them, but I haven't gone all the way through yet, so I'd kind of like to figure it out before my 7 days is up. So that's it. Just post your comments in the box below, and I'll catch you guys later.